What's up, Raider Nation? It's Mitchell Wren here, host of the Raiders board, and today we're diving deep into one of the hottest rumors swirling around the silver and black this offseason. Keenan Allen possibly joining the Las Vegas Raiders. When I first saw Keenan Allen's name linked to the Raiders, my reaction was exactly what you'd expect. Total surprise. Honestly, if you felt the same way, make sure you hit that like button so we know we're on the same page. Kia! Off-season is always filled with rumors flying everywhere, and I'm someone who really enjoys breaking those down because there's often some truth buried in them. Sometimes a rumor leads to smoke. Smoke turns into fire, and before you know it, you're watching a full-blown story unfold. It's crucial, especially for Raiders fans, to stay subscribed and plugged in during this period so you can learn to separate rumors from actual news as things develop. So let's get into this rumor around Keenan Allen and the Raiders. When I first started doing this show, my approach was to track the top trending stories and social chatter and bring you what people were buzzing about. That's exactly what I'm doing here. Yard Barker dropped an article recently suggesting that the Raiders should seriously consider adding this veteran Pro Bowl wide receiver before training camp kicks off, which usually happens around late July, although the exact dates aren't confirmed yet. Keep that timeline in mind as we talk. Now Keenan Allen's been linked to the Raiders all off season long. He was a name I talked about quite a bit back in March and leading up to the NFL draft. And when you factor in the connections Keenan has to the Raiders organization, it starts to make sense why his name keeps popping up. Relationships matter a ton in the NFL, and that can be overstated when it comes to free agency signings. So, when Yard Barker said the Raiders should look at number 13, Keenan Allen, I got it. If the team wants to add another wide receiver, Allen could fit well. That said, the Raiders drafted 3 wide receivers in 2025, Jack Bess, Dante Thornton Jr., and Tommy Malone. These rookies are joining a receiver group that already includes Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker, Alec Bachman, Can Smith, Jeff Foreman, Crone Jackson Jr., Cedric Jackson, and Kyle Phillips. From what we've seen and heard, Myers and Tucker seem locked in as starters, alongside star tight end Brock Bowers, who led the team last year with 1,194 receiving yards. With that many receivers on the roster, the Raiders are stacked in that position. Now I want to be real with you all because that's what I do. I don't just want to talk at you. I want to hear from you. So here's the deal. While you're watching this video, I want you to answer this pinned comment with either S for sign or P for pass. Should the Raiders go out and sign Keenan Allen? If it were up to me right now, I'm typing P for pass. That might surprise some of you because, like I said, I was big on the idea of signing Allen before the draft. But here's why I'm passing for now. I want to see what our rookies can do first. I want to see what the team looks like before we start spending money on a veteran receiver. Now, don't get me wrong. I could easily make the case why it would make sense for the Raiders to bring in Keenan Allen, and I could also argue just as strongly why it might not be the right move at this moment. So let's break down both sides. First, why would the Raiders want to sign Keenan Allen? The biggest reason is the coaching connection. If you're not aware of how much the current Raiders regime values coaching relationships, then maybe you haven't been following closely. The wide receiver coach, Chris Bay, coached Allen during his time with the Chargers from 2020 to 2021, and then again when both were at Chicago in 2024. So Keenan Allen and Chris Bay have a history together, which would make the transition smoother and quicker. Coaching chemistry goes a long way in the NFL. Beyond that connection, Allen is still a reliable receiver. Believe me, if there was one player on the Chargers that could drive me crazy with his off-field antics and all those barbecue chicken statements, it was Keenan Allen. But on the field, he's consistently been productive. Last season, Allen caught 70 passes for 744 yards in 15 games, which isn't bad for a guy who's dealt with some injuries. In 2022, he surpassed 100 receptions. So if that trend holds, he could easily be a 100-catch, 1,000-yard receiver again. He's a proven commodity in the NFL. Another reason Allen could fit with the Raiders is his skill set and how it complements Geno Smith's style of play. Allen is an exceptional route runner. Yes, he's had some drops, but his knowledge of where to be on the field and how to find soft spots in coverage is valuable. When you have a quarterback like Geno Smith, who's very accurate, Having a receiver with precise route running ability is a perfect match. And if Allen were to come in early, he could develop chemistry with Geno before the season even starts, which is huge. And here's an interesting tidbit. Keenan Allen is a Raiders fan. That might sound like a minor detail, but playing for the team you grew up rooting for can add that extra motivation. It's the kind of thing that could push a player to give 110% on every snap. And that's exactly the kind of Keenan Allen you'd want on your team. Now let's flip it and look at the reasons why signing Allen right now might not make sense. The biggest concern is age and injury history. Allen is getting up there in years. He's going to be 34 soon. And that's not ideal for a team looking to build for the future. If the Raiders' goal is to win a Super Bowl in the next 2 to 3 years, investing heavily in younger talent and developing rookies is the smarter long-term strategy. Allen could end up being a one-year prove-it type of signing rather than a foundational piece. In terms of injuries, Allen has missed 11 games over the past 3 seasons. That might not sound like a lot, but it's significant enough to raise some flags. Availability is a key factor, especially a wide receiver where durability can make or break a season. Another big red flag is Allen's run blocking. Last season, Pro Football Focus gave him a run blocking grade of 31.6, ranking him as the 3rd worst run blocker in the NFL. For the Raiders, who want to build a versatile offense with receivers that can block well and keep defenses guessing, that's a major downside. Brock Bowers, Shaq Best, Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker, all these guys are solid blockers. Adding a receiver who struggles to contribute in that area could tip the offense's hand and limit their versatility. We also have to consider the Jacoby Myers contract situation. Myers has made it clear he wants a new deal after playing on a very low salary. He's not the type to hold out or cause problems. But if the team signs Keenan Allen to a sizable contract before extending Myers or even Colton Miller, it could create tension in the locker room. Myers is highly respected and might even wear a captain's patch this year. Prioritizing Allen's contract could rub some players the wrong way and affect team chemistry. Finally, and this is huge for me, are the rookies. I believe in what Jack Best brings. I think Dante Thornton Jr. can be a field-stretching threat, and I'm curious to see what Tommy Mello can do as well. Kyle Phillips might be underrated by a lot of people, but has big potential. I want to see what these young receivers can do in May and June during off-season workouts and minicamp. The more reps they get with Geno Smith, the better we'll understand if they're truly NFL ready or not. Speaking of Jack Best, there are some exciting rumors floating around. Best might just be the key piece in this puzzle that determines whether or not the Raiders even consider signing Keenan Allen. I know it might surprise some of you, but if you've been watching this show regularly, you probably aren't shocked by what I'm about to say. Some of the early scouting reports on Best are glowing. He's been called a sicko, a dog, and praised for having that classic Raider mentality. He brings toughness and physicality to the position, which is exactly the mindset the team wants to instill. Now, Yard Barker's article mentioned Jacoby Myers and Trey Tucker as the starters alongside Brock Bowers, but I have to disagree with penciling Trey Tucker in as a starter right now. With what I've seen from Jack Best so far, both on tape and reports from camp, he's ahead of Tucker on the depth chart. Myers is undoubtedly the #1 receiver. I believe Best will be the #2 option, and Tucker will slot in at #3. Best brings a unique physicality to the offense that allows the Raiders to be more violent and aggressive on the field, which fits perfectly with the team's identity. If the Raiders believe in Best as much as the early reports suggest, that might be the main reason they hold off on signing Keenan Allen, because they trust that Best can step up and contribute immediately. Best isn't just a flashy rookie. He's a complete player who competes hard, runs precise routes, and isn't afraid to mix it up physically. His run blocking grades from college back that up, and that's a huge plus for the Raiders' offensive scheme. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders, and don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In what could be one of the most shocking developments of the NFL offseason, whispers around the league suggest that star linebacker TJ Watt may be on the verge of a stunning departure from the Pittsburgh Steelers. According to emerging reports and insider speculation, Watt could be closing in on a mega contract with none other than the Las Vegas Raiders, a move that, if confirmed, would send shockwaves throughout the league. While no official confirmation has come from either organization, multiple sources close to the situation indicate that Watt has already parted ways with the Steelers, ending a storied chapter that saw him become one of the most feared defenders in football. The Raiders, known for their aggressive offseason moves and hunger for elite talent on defense, are reportedly ready to open their checkbooks wide for Watt, offering what some are calling a historic contract in terms of both length and guaranteed. Money. This potential blockbuster has fans and analysts alike buzzing. Could it be true? Could the Steel Curtain really be parting ways with its fiercest enforcer? And if so, what does that mean for Pittsburgh's future and Las Vegas's aspirations in a fiercely competitive AFC West? TJ Watt has been the heart and soul of the Steelers' defense for years, earning multiple Pro Bowl selections, Defensive Player of the Year honors, and a reputation as one of the most relentless pass rushers in the game. A departure of this magnitude wouldn't just be a blow to Pittsburgh, it would instantly change the dynamic of the Raiders' defense, giving them a superstar presence capable of tilting games and anchoring a playoff push. As fans await an official announcement, one thing is clear: where there's smoke, there may very well be fire. For now, it's just a rumor. But in the NFL, sometimes rumors are just the first draft of tomorrow's headline. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.